Because your story could be a light to someone else's needs. Join me as I sit down with people from all walks of life and uncover their stories. They may not be celebrities, but they make a real difference in our community. Mga ordinaryong tao na may ambag, karanasan, malasakit at inspirasyon. Shena everyone and welcome to Miss Hayes Stories One-on-One. My guest for today is an inspiring individual whose story goes beyond success. He is a distinguished college professor at Sultan Kudarat State University, who impressively earned his doctorate degree at a very young age. He is also an entrepreneur, the proud owner of Cafe Cerveza. But what makes him truly remarkable is not just his achievements, but his courage in facing his life's toughest battles. Despite being a CKD patient, he continues to inspire others with his strength, determination, and positive spirit. Help me in welcoming my first guest for today, Sir Alan J. Kahandig. How aware are you of your lifestyle and the choices you make for yourself? Join me as I sit down with a CKD patient to hear his journey, challenges, and how he managed his life every day. Okay, so welcome to my first episode. So, Sir Alan, I will be asking you, and by the way, maraming salamat sa pagpapakunlak. So, this is the first episode. Random questions. Okay, so ready ka na ba?
Yes, I'm
Ready ka
ready.
na? Okay, so
Yes.
natin. Yeah, so ang unang tanong ko is, kumusta ka naman ngayon?
Actually, I'm doing good, and I keep going with my dialysis, which I guess malaking tulong siya with my recovery.
Okay, and I want you to introduce yourself first. Okay, so pakilala mo muna ang iyong sarili para naman makilala ka ng ating mga audience.
Yes, I am Alan J. Kahandig from the Philippines, specifically in Sultan Kudarat. I am 38 years old, and for my profession, I am teaching in the or as a college instructor, college professor in our province, and also a businessman. Owned a restaurant. So I'm still single and available.
Okay, so you're a restaurant owner and at the same time a college professor in one of the universities in the province in the Philippines, right?
Yes, Hayes.
Okay, so going back, you are working as a professor and I've heard that you are a CKD patient. Tama.
Yes, Hayes. I was diagnosed actually just a month ago. I was diagnosed with a CKD. However, I was diagnosed secondary to it as a diabetic person way back when I was 24 years old. So I was diagnosed with diabetes, and I guess this is hereditary. It was came from my father, and once I was diagnosed, parang hindi ko na muna siya sineryoso because syempre I am 24 years old and I am kumbaga malakas pa at hindi iniinda what is happening inside my body.
Okay, so let's talk about the CKD. So not everyone knows what about it. What do you mean by CKD? Okay, kasi hindi naman lahat naiintindihan what's that CKD, ano yung pinagdadaanan ng isang tao. What about the CKD? How do we define this?
Actually, kaya I have this interview kasi the purpose of this is to have awareness among youth, young adults, because they are not fully aware of the CKD. So, CKD stands for chronic kidney disease. Actually, dalawang bagay yan. There is an acute and there is chronic. When we say acute, medyo pwede pa siyang maagapan. But when we say chronic, so it's already stage. Actually, I am diagnosed stage 5 immediately because of the test on my creatinine. So, usually ang standard lang ng creatinine dapat natin is below 100. But I have this 700, and last the other day I also have the laboratory result for my creatinine, and it goes up to 900. So that's normal results when I have the dialysis. So others, kahit 500 pa lang, sinasabi na or nire-recommend na ng mga nephrologist. Ang tawag sa doktor ng is nephrologist. So nire-recommend na talaga nila ang dialysis. So for the awareness of everybody, the symptoms na aking naramdaman prior to the diagnose is yung hindi ako masyadong nakakatulog ng mabuti. So, and also nagmamanas. Yung, kumbaga, nagsiswell yung paa. So, yun yung mga, symptoms. And lalo na yung parang bagong gising ka pero parang pagod na pagod ka pa rin. So, those are the diagnose. Kasi, the symptoms. Actually, last March, nagkaroon ako ng lab result about my creatinine, and it's about 200, and I am taking now the medicine for that. And the next laboratory that I have is last July. So from March to July, parang syempre short period pa lang siya, but when I have the result last July, talagang nag 700 na agad yung aking creatinine. And that is diagnosed with CKD stage 5 talaga.
Okay, so basically when we talk about CKD, it is a disease connected with our kidney na kung
Yes.
saan hindi na siya nagpa-function. So that's why those patients are really subject for dialysis for that one.
Yes. Ang nangyayari niyan is hindi na nagpa-function ng yung aming kidney. So the dialysis will be the one na magiging kidney muna namin every other day. So siya yung naglilinis ng aming dugo para hindi kami malason.
Yeah, so instead of our kidney, it will be the apparatus. Ba yung tawag doon?
Yes.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
dialyzer, yes.
Dialyzer.
Machine.
Okay. So my question is, you make a big impact, a real impact, and in our community kasi nga you are a professor, isa kang guro sa isang university. You're a professor in the university in the province. So bilang isang guro at ordinaryong tao na may malaking ambag sa mga estudyante at kailan at paano mo unang nalaman na may CKD ka? So, how did you able to know about that? Paano mo siya nalaman?
Actually, to relate in my profession, so I've been teaching for more than a decade already in that university, and I've been teaching for several campuses because we have a lot of campuses. So I guess I gave an impact with that specific municipalities. And every time that I have my, of course, teaching, I have the passion to really love my students. And I have also the opportunity to teach in the graduate school where my students are also professionals, particularly our teachers here in the province. So I've been teaching our teachers also in the graduate school. And of course, while I am having my profession for 2 years, parang minomonitor na namin yung aking diabetes because nagkakaroon na siya ng complications like neuropathy sa aking paa where dati kaya pa siyang ilabas yung excess fluids. But later on, yung mga previous months ko, parang hindi na bumabalik sa dati yung pagmamanas ng aking paa. na umabot sa punto na parang they see me na lumaki, parang nag-bloated yung aking pangangatawan, and then my colleague says na gumanda yung aking katawan, but mali pala yung konseptong yon kasi nga nagmamanas na yung buong katawan ko. And so yon, I tried to have a follow-up check-up, and yun lumabas talaga na CKD. At first, I don't have the idea talaga na paano umabot sa ganon na I have to have the dialysis already, na wala man lang mga warnings, okay? Yun pala talaga ang CKD. Talagang there will be no warnings at all, at talagang magkusa lang siya talagang na magma-malfunction. So yun yung sabi ng doktor, kaya wag nating hintayin na may CKD1, CKD2, CKD3. Possible na direct CKD5 agad ang magiging estado mo. So, yun, an awareness for everybody. If you have your UTI, if you have taking yung mga, mga
Medications or medicines, something.
medications or yung mga energy drinks,
Energy
yung
drinks.
mga,
Yes.
pamanhid, yung mga ganun ng mga, yung mga gamot. So, yun ang dapat nating iwasan. Kasi yun yung may malaking factor, especially kasi mayroong tatlong causes ng CKD. This is for the awareness. First is diabetes, doon ako nadali because I am a diabetic person. Hypertension, yung mga high blood, yung laging masyadong mataas yung ating blood pressure na inaakala lang natin okay lang kasi we are young, kaya nating pigilan yung ating BP kahit mataas, but our kidney is suffering already. Then the last one,
So basically, it all started with the simple diabetes. So doon mo siya
yes,
nalaman.
yes.
And
Kasi
what's
I've been
next?
I've been diagnosed for matagal na rin eh. It's way back 24 years old ako, mga 10 years na rin. So, yun, parang nagkaroon ng complication, and kasi laging mataas, pero I am really for 2 years talagang kinokontrol ko ang aking sugar level. Kaya last lab results, maganda ang aking diabetes, the sugar level, ang aking HbA1c. That's how we measure. Ang lumala lang talaga is the creatinine level. Kaya yun nakita na masyadong mataas.
Okay. So you said a while ago, nalaman mo siya when you experience that diabetes, right? Okay.
Yes, yes.
So let's go to the creatinine. You have mentioned that one. What's about the creatinine? Because if a person just like suffering for diabetes, meron tayong mga like the potassium, the creatinine. What's about that? Can you explain that one to our audience? So, ano yun siya? Ano yung creatinine at ano yung potassium?
Ang creatinine kasi is ito yung kumbaga the waste. Kung masyadong mataas, meaning the kidney, hindi niya masyadong nalilinis yung dugo mo, kaya yun nagkakaroon ng large amount of creatinine. So with that, kapag tumaas, meaning malfunctioning na yung iyong kidney. Okay? Then for the potassium, kasi actually, we are, parang pinababawal sa amin yung fruits, particularly rich in potassium, o kasi mahirap siyang linisin ng dialysis machine. So, naiiwan yun eh. So, may nahihirapan yung dialysis machine. So, yun, pag sinabing creatinine, according to my understanding, it's the waste na hindi nalilinis na ng ating kidney.
Kidney. Okay. So it's like dapat there is a balancing for like it's like my own knowledge. So there will be a balance between the creatinine and the potassium. So parang ganon siya dapat. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so my next question is, since you are a college professor, ano yung mga biggest challenges? What are the biggest challenges na naranasan mo, lalo na habang tinutuloy mo ang pagtuturo? So,